Okay, so we're going to mix a batch of what I would call a wash to put on the dolls. I'm going to be using the purple madder, and depending on how big of a batch you want to mix, I put maybe a couple good squeezes of it. And then I use about half that amount of the moss green just to tone the purple down a little bit, but not much. That should be good. And then for the wash, you don't want it to be too dark, so you got to add quite a bit of water to that. I'll add a little at a time so that I can mix it good. And every time you use it, you have to stir it because the green kind of separates from the purple when it sets for a while. I'd say probably for that amount of paint that I put there, you would use maybe 2 ounces of water, maybe a little more. You just want it to go on real clear, but maybe just a little bit more water. For this particular doll, she is tan skin, so we don't need to put a whole body wash on her. We're just going to be doing the knees and a little on the hands and the cheeks. So I got it mixed pretty good. So you're going to wet your sponge and wring it out real good so that it's not too wet. Get that out of our way. I guess I better put my glasses on. Okay, so I'm going to start by just putting a little bit on her knees. And you just kind of have to build it up. And we'll let it dry and go on and come back to it again. And you just keep adding until you get it to the desired, color that you would like it to be. A little bit more on the knees. That's about where we would want it on the... Gotta let it dry real good in between so that it doesn't leave it'll pick the paint back up and leave like a bare spot. So you gotta make sure that you dry it good before you keep adding. If I was doing the regular skin doll, I would be doing the whole body with this first and then go back and do the knees and the hands and the cheeks afterwards. So I would say probably about maybe 2 ounces of water to that amount of paint that I used. With her smiling, we just want to mostly concentrate on the peak of her cheeks, where it's, where they're kind of because of the smile, it's made him kind of round and standing up there. Once that dries, then we'll add some whites to her eyes and do her little fingernails and toenails and all the little details that you can do before you start actually painting the eyes on them. And this is just how I prep each doll. I like to start out by doing this first, and then I can concentrate on the eyes and the lashes and brows after that. I think maybe one more coat on the cheeks and she'll be good. Can always put a little tiny bit on her nose, a little on her forehead if you want a little more color. And I think that should work.